The thing most people get wrong about lead magnets is they just expect people to want them. So your lead magnet is like a free sample. It should be like a free sample of your service, but 99% of the time, it's a free sample of a free sample. Like, if you were to offer a free sample of your coaching service, you'd offer like free trials, or you'd just speak to somebody and coach them lightly and have conversations and try and change the perspective, which is usually part of the sales process anyway. The reason lead magnets exist is to kind of highlight the benefits of your service and to massively, massively build trust with the audience. Not just that, like the actual term lead magnet is so that, imagine if you held a magnet up and there was iron filings around, and those are your leads, they would come. I'm assuming that iron is magnetic. I'm pretty sure that's what I did in school. But they would then come to the magnet, which is you. That's the goal. The goal is to bring your leads out of the crowd to you. So to do that, you need something like really, really good, something that somebody would genuinely want. Now, if you create a killer lead magnet, like your lead magnet, say you're a fat loss coach, your lead magnet could be something that genuinely gets people started on the weight loss journey and gives them a solid result, something you'd expect in service. It could be that good. It could literally be free coaching. But if you can't position it in a way that makes people go, I need that, there is no way that I'm passing up this opportunity, then they're not going to have it. If you say, I've got 2 weeks free coaching, cool. I don't want coaching. Because nobody wants coaching, right? They don't want the process, they want the result. If you say, I've got this thing and you will lose 2 kilos of fat in the next month, and I've got person A, person B, person C, and they have all done it as well. Here are their photos, here are their screenshots. Anybody who's watching it will be like, fucking hell, wow. So when coaches launch a lead magnet, most of the time they will launch a lead magnet and it'll flop because there's no sales, there's no social proof. Like realistically, you'd run it like an ad. You'd present with some killer copy, you'd make sure people wanted to buy it, you'd make sure the actual thing itself looked good and was like killer. You'd spend money on it. Essentially, like it's an investment. So when you run ads, the goal of running ads, whether you're running ads or not, this is still lead magnets, but when you run ads, the goal of running ads is to maximize your return on investment. You pay for ads, and in return, you get customers who then pay to fund the next lot of ads. That's the goal, right? A lead magnet works in the same way. It shouldn't be free, right? It should cost you as the business time or money to make, right? And if it doesn't cost you either, it's probably shit. That being said, there are some good ideas you can do with things like, physique reviews or coaching calls or something like that, where they're very like minimal. You could do a 10-minute Loom video giving somebody some instructions that would genuinely be a really good personalized lead magnet and would take near enough none of your time. But realistically, if you're going to create something like a guide or a coaching program or something like that you're going to give for free, it needs to be fucking good. It needs to promise a result, because at the end of the day, you're not selling a process, you're selling a result. So if you start by giving a free trial as a process, people aren't interested, because if they're already not buying the result in enough amounts, or they're already not crossing the line to buy that result, the end goal, why are they going to buy a process to not get them to anywhere near it anyway? Like, the goal of a lead magnet is essentially to build that trust with your audience, and to build that trust, you need to show them that you can deliver. So, my advice for anyone who is launching a new lead magnet would be, first of all, get some really, really good copy in place to sell it. Essentially, run it like an ad. Make sure that the posts that you advertise it on is good. Make sure the stories are like engaging and storytelling. Run it like a bit of social proof as well. Like if you launch it at first and you've got no proof behind it, you want to really hammer home the result and the promise. So let's say your guide is like an ebook for how to get better at sleep, like and you're shit at sleeping, so you want to be better. But what's the goal? Why do you want to be better at sleeping? Well, because when you don't sleep, you underperform at work. And what happens when you underperform at work? Well, you bring home a shit bonus, so you and your missus have been to Skeggy for the past 3 years instead of going abroad somewhere nice. Cool. But that's the thing. Like you want to give the end promise. So when you give the end promise, make sure it's good. Show what it is. When you get a few people taking that lead magnet, and let's be honest, how many people can you actually coach? Do you need 50 people to grab that lead magnet and then handled those 50 inquiries. It'd be cool, but you're not in this for the lottery. You're in this to build a business, and that happens over time. Because realistically, if I stuck 50 clients into your business right now, that wouldn't fucking help you. You'd be like, oh shit, what do I do? How do I possibly give the same service I've promised to these extra 50 people without shitting the bed? Like, you'd be all over the place. So that's not what the goal is. The goal is like 1 to 2 a week, realistically, at top pace. Because if you did that for a year, you'd be 100 up. That's fucking cool. So doing that is the goal. So if you're going to launch a lead magnet, launch it, do it well, and then once you've done it well, promote it on the back of like the people who've got it. So if 2 people grab your sleep ebook, hound them. Ask them exactly what they found good about it. What did they get? Did they get that result? Get some social proof from them. You've given them something for free. If you've got them that result, they will happily send you even just a message saying, I did this and this. Then you promote it again. But this time you're promoting it with a stronger sell because you've not only got a promise, you've got proof that it delivered. You've got proof that it delivers on that promise. So what you realistically want, I really hope you can see when I stick my thumbs up and there's like a graphic on the screen, because if not, I'm just giggling to myself for no reason. It's the reactions on my Mac. But the goal is to give them that promise and that result. But when you've sold it once, you can sell it again stronger. And then when you've got like 5 people on it, you've got 5 results. Maybe then you get one of them and you're like, you know what, this has brought me 5 leads and one of them's now a client. I'll get that client to do me a video testimonial, and then they will help me even further. And it's that kind of process. You want to follow as best you can, like your usual sales process. If you sold your coaching, you would sell your coaching, you would deliver the result, you would share the result, and you would use that result to re-promote your coaching and start again. And if you do that with your lead magnet as well, it's killer. But if you just give your lead magnet on a story, nobody goes for it, and then eventually one person goes for it, and you don't follow up with them because they're not a good fit anyway, and all that kind of shit, or you just try and sell to them on the back, like, play the long game with your lead magnet. Because if you play the long game with your lead magnet and follow through the sales process, keep selling it, you will succeed. Because that is what most people miss out. Like, your lead magnet is a free sample. And a free sample with no results and no promise attached is shit. A free sample that genuinely gets people results and you can prove that attracts more people to it. The more people you attract, the higher your conversion percentage can be. So, cool. And if you need a hand with lead magnets or funnels or emails or any of that kind of stuff, feel free to drop me a message, because this is what I build out for coaches daily, is landing pages, lead magnets, email automations, making sure that we can pull their leads out of the crowd. So drop me a message if you want some help.